Are you thinking about buying a house anytime soon? Curious about how it works? I'm about to show you. Hi, I'm Chris Hyatt with Big Block Realty. On this video, I'm going to walk you through the steps on how to buy a home. As a home buyer, you want to arm yourself with as much information as possible, because when a good deal shows up, you want to be ready to jump on it. The very first thing you want to do is pick a good realtor to work with. Over 87% of buyers are represented by a realtor, and their primary job is to keep you from making a big mistake. Are you making the right move right now? Have you considered all aspects of your investment? Better yet, how does the process even work? You see, it's your agent's job to make sure that you understand all of that. After you select your agent, the next step that you need to take is to get qualified. And by that I mean talking to a lender to find out how much you're able to spend on your new home. The last thing you want to do is fall in love with a property that you find out too late you can't afford. Your lender is going to give you all the information you need to calculate out what it's really going to cost you on a monthly basis, not only for your mortgage payment, but for things like insurance and property taxes and possibly homeowner association fees. So all of those things, very important to know moving forward so you know what your monthly is going to be. Once we get all of your financial information to the lender and they crunch all the numbers and we get that monthly figure, that's really going to help us narrow down the geographies that you're able to start looking for a house in the areas that you want. When you're buying a house, you're buying into a community, not just the house itself. So now's the time, we've got your financials, we know what geographies we're going to look in, so then we'll start making some choices based on what's available that fits your needs. Once the search process has begun, you could find that property that you fall in love with and you want to make an offer on. That's when the fun starts. It's your agent's job to handle all the negotiations for you and hopefully get you the house that you want for the price that you want. So once we get our offer accepted, we are in what we now call escrow. And that is the time from which your offer is accepted until the end of when you actually get the keys. That whole time in between we call being in escrow. We have our offer accepted. That means we're probably about 50% of the way there. Whole bunch of stuff has to happen now. Depending if you have homeowner association or not, those documents have to be ordered. You have to get title ordered. We have to get our deposit into escrow. We have to get our inspection set up. We're going to review all that information, and anything that's not right with the house, anything that you want to see the seller address, that's when we're going to put that formal request in the form of a request for repairs. The chances are we probably spent less than 20 minutes at the house before we wrote an offer. So now we want to make sure that everything is in good working order and safe. So we're going to set up our physical inspection first right away. We want to do that ASAP so that if the inspector thinks that there's any other ancillary additional inspections needed like plumbing, electrical, roof, foundation, anything like that, then we have enough time in our inspection contingency period to get those taken care of so we have all the information necessary if we want to make any kind of request for repairs. Just because you're under contract to buy does not yet obligate you to consummate that contract. It's an agreement that's contingent on a bunch of things, and the physical inspection is a big important part of that. Something else that's been going on at the same time from day one is the financial stuff. That's been going on with your lender who got the contract also on day one, and they're going to be sending you out loan disclosures so that you know how the loan process is going to work. As soon as they get that signed back from you, they're going to order your appraisal right away. So all that's kind of percolating in the background while we do our inspection. And then as soon as, probably, I don't know, sometimes as soon as a week, sometimes as much as 2 or 3, depending on how busy they are, then we'll get our appraisal back. Once we have our request for repairs all sorted out and we have an amicable resolution to that, we have our appraisal and loan contingencies also coming up. Once the appraisal comes in and we have value, then we're ready to remove all of our contingencies. This is a big moment. Once contingencies are removed, your initial earnest money now becomes non-refundable. But at this point, you should be super excited that in a week or two, you're going to be the owner of a brand new home. In general, we can expect all of our contingencies to be removed within 2 to 3 weeks after an accepted offer. After contingency removal, the next big ticket day is going to be signing your loan documents. Typically 1 to 2 business days after you sign your loan documents is going to be what we call closing day. And closing day means we're going to get what used to be a phone call back in the old days. Now it's an email, and that'll be an email saying, congratulations, we have confirmation of recording. And what that means is title has given title to the county recorder's office. They've recorded it in the system. You are now officially the new owner of your home. I hope this video has given you a good overview of what the home buying process looks like. Of course, every transaction is a little bit different. Every property is a little bit different. So there may be a few things that are slightly different, but this is a pretty good template for what's going to happen and what you can expect. If you have any additional questions or would just like to chat, give me a shout anytime. I'm happy to be your resource, happy to serve. Chris Hyatt, Big Block Realty, 619-925-2322.